Hello, Internet, and welcome to another episode of Slaying 101 here on Ggameknights. I'm your host and your keeper of monsters and your monster of ceremonies, and generally your best friend on the internet, Savvy. And we're here to play Monster of the Week today. But before we do, I'm going to do some announcements and let you know what we got coming up here in the next week, and then I'll let these fine folk tell you what they're up to, and then we'll play Monster of the Week, as we always do. Coming up this week here on GGK on Tuesday, we will have a new episode of Eos, which is the Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition game that your friend and mine, Damn It Barry, is currently running for some of us. It's getting real exciting over there. We're in a spooky forest, and it's very scary. And also there's a zombie goat, but I'm not going to say any more about that. Watch the show if you want to know what I did last week. And then after that, on Thursday at I run that game. What time is it at? 8 p.m. Eastern time. We will have a new episode of All Myths Are True, which is the other game that I run on the channel. It's Tales from the Loop. It's kids on bikes, and everybody's getting their dreams stolen and weird stuff's happening. So come hang out with us then. And then on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, we'll have a new episode of Saturday Night's Thunderball. And it's getting really exciting over there too. We're in the semifinal of the tournament and we're tentatively winning in a frighteningly unstable way. So come see us. That one is wrapping up soon. And I'll let Sean talk about what we're going to be doing after that on Saturdays. And then on Sunday, guess what? We'll be back here again, same time, same place for more of this, because I haven't got to announce it officially on this show yet. We're going to play weekly from now on. Yay! So every Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern time, you can show up here for Monster of the Week, and it's going to be awesome. That's what we got going on this week on GGK. The only other thing I'll plug for myself is that on Friday, we'll be back. We had this last week off because there's a lot going on in the universe, and some of us needed a break, but we'll be back on twitch.tv/encounterroleplay this Friday and for the few Fridays after that at 3 p.m. Eastern time, where I'm running a game of Masks. The show's called The Heroes Next Door, and a couple of these people play in it, and it's teenage superheroes who aren't really sure who the villain is right now, which is very interesting. So come hang out with us on Fridays, and I think that's all I'm doing. It's a lot of stuff. I'll think about my life choices while you guys tell us about yours. What do you guys got going on? You'd think I would know who's first by now. GB, what's up?
Graybeard at Graybeard's Tavern. Check out my Twitter, Graybeard Tavern, for my schedule. I think it's currently up to date, but I'm between a lot of projects right now and doing a lot of offline. So the next thing you can see me in is Tuesday over on Encounter Roleplay, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock, sorry, Eastern Standard Time, and I'll be in Coriolis there. And then I am back here Sunday mornings for my own show on my channel, and where I play a lot of Darkest Dungeon. We're in the end game. It's a grind, but it's a fun grind. And then, of course, every Sunday from now on, I'll be here, 4 o'clock.
Yay! Sid.
Hi, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at Greek Sid. Right now, some things have settled, but currently over on Sabrix channel on Saturdays, continuation of our Temple of Elemental Evil. Well, we're going back to the Abyss. We just have to. That's at 4:30 Eastern on Sabrix. And I'm here every other Thursday for Good Society Elegant Suffering, hashtag Consenticles, and we're in the midst of a very interesting party, which we will be continuing in 2 weeks from now. But that's at 8 o'clock Eastern here. And yeah, that's about it right now. And then, oh yeah, here on Sundays. Yay. Awesome.
So exciting. Rob.
That's me. Hello. Hi. I'm Rob, or bonus stage Rob, or bonus_stage_Rob, if you like no character limits. I do a bunch of stuff on the internet, like role-playing games and playing the old video games on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/bonus_stage_Rob. The schedule is slowly becoming consistent, due in part to the fact that this show is now weekly. So I'm never streaming on Sundays again, ever there, until we all like die in a fire in this game. But you know, that's fine. But yeah, Tuesdays through Fridays, usually you can find me on twitch.tv/bonus_stage_Rob with some video games at 6 p.m. Eastern. Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern right now until that's over. You can find me at twitch.tv/runawayrobot_ with a Humblewood campaign called Diefall Alderheart, where I play a hedgehog cleric. I'm a good boy. I'm a good hedgehog boy. I like to heal people. And yeah, that's what I got.
All right. LB of LB Hack 'em Up.
Hi, I'm LB of LB Hack 'em Up. I do a lot of things. I will be, let's see, right after this, I'm going to do Indoor Adventures channel. We are playing a 5th edition game of D&D where I play Rinrin. She is just a joy. Anyways, Monday I'll be playing on Indoor's channel again. Tuesdays I'll probably be streaming on my channel. I should stream more. But I will also be guest starring here on AOS as Rana. Maybe. I mean, who knows? But Wednesday I'll be on Nerd Immersion's channel doing Round of 7 Parts. Thursday I'll be back on my channel if we can get the game to work. Last week we just had to play Overwatch because Suite 776 didn't work. But after that, on Friday I'll be on Encounter Roleplay doing Masks. Saturday I'll be dark, probably napping. And then Sunday I'll be back here.
Right. Sean.
Hi, Sean the Kraken King on Twitter and everywhere else. You can find me on most of the things that Savannah mentioned just a few moments ago. On Tuesdays, I play a goth boy archer. Thursdays, I'm either playing a cheerleading shy boy or the douche lord hedonist thrower of the weird parties, now punching bag. And then Fridays over on Counter Roleplay, playing a gravity controlling grumpy girl. And then, Saturdays, so we're finishing up Saturday Night's Thunderball within the next couple of weeks. And starting on July 4th is our projected start date. We will be transitioning to our new season, Saturday Night's Apocalypse, where we are going to be playing Princes of the Apocalypse with a little bit of a twist as we are revamping the setting for a post-apocalyptic version of the Sword Coast. So if you wanted Apocalypse, you got it. Saturdays. But yeah, that'll start on July 4th. And otherwise, I'm here on Sunday. That's it.
He didn't take my suggestion to call it Saturday Night's Apocalyptic Princes of the Post-Apocalypse, which I thought was a great name.
Mm-hmm. We'll workshop it.
I like it.
Yeah, you can see it was very easy for me to say that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's that. So I thought I live in this universe of perpetually feeling like I'm forgetting something. And I usually am, but I'm not going to worry about it right now because I can't think of what it is. Yep. Follow me on Twitter because I'll think about it in about 6 hours and tweet it. But yeah, so without further ado, let us get started. I gotta turn off the nice music. Hold on. Let's do. What's this one? That's fun. Not too dramatic. Brief recap. Well, we get started. Last time on Slaying 101, the fractures that are slowly forming in this group shifted a bit, mostly thanks to Win having his weekly meltdown. After defeating some vampires, both in Marcello's home and Victoria's sorority house, the level of clothing which was being worn during those fights changing depending on the setting, the group reconvened in at the Cedar Grove State Park, ready to hunt down a vampire coven, mostly at the urging again of a juiced up Win, who found himself briefly in the throes of apotheosis once more. He convinced the team to teleport into the middle of a vampire's nest. Good job all around. You were able to rescue your friend Marcello and Kendall, the fledgling vampire from before, who is now hanging out at Abby's Haven, which I'm sure she's not having a meltdown about somewhere over in England. But not before Rosalind, the mother of the coven and Marcello's younger sister, heard your cave bickering and entered the cavern you were in again, once more at the edging of when you all attacked, and it went pretty bad. It wasn't great. She was not very injured. Travis, however, who was already sort of reeling from your last fight, was, due to some choices and a misfired spell. Yeah, you escaped. This dramatic turn of events, knocking Win out of his apotheosis, you were able to retreat without any more major damage, returning to Abby's Haven. A couple of things then happened. Sal getting the truth of the mystery a little bit, and getting some information from Marcello, which I don't think she has shared with anyone yet. Win calling on Haley, his mentor, the Fangs of the Beast, to help get Travis right again. So with her, with Victoria's help, and with Rex's field medic expertise, Travis pulled back from death's door, went and holed up in his room for some snacks and some rest, and then Win left the group with Haley to go report in to Father Donovan, while the rest of you, I guess, probably try to sleep. It's been a long time since any of you have done that particular activity. So, think about what you're doing. Is I want to pick up right where we left off with Win, in the car with a less talkative than normal Haley, driving to the church that I forgot to write the freaking name of down again. Like the third week in a row.
Church of the Sacred Grove or something like
Is that it?
That sounds. It was sacred something for sure.
I freaking knew I was gonna forget every time. I've got it in here somewhere.
I was gonna say, this is Monster of the Week. Things could just change. You could be on a different timeline. You know, anything could happen.
Maybe it's not even Catholic anymore.
All of those shows that like this system is based off of, do you think there weren't continuity errors? Like, come on, it's just part of the time. It's just part of the structure.
Yeah,
it's a narrative choice.
Our Lady, it is now, because I can't find it. Sean, write this down.
Okay.
Because you'll remember. We're going to call it, because it's a Catholic church, Our Lady of the Sacred Grove.
I think that was the name, but I'm good
That
for
may have
it.
been it. Because we were like, there was a branch and a tree, and we're like,
well, we're also
Grove,
in Cedar Grove,
tree.
and I feel like, yeah, it was like word association.
Yeah.
If that wasn't it, it's got to be close. So, but that's what it is now.
It's canon.
What it is now.
Write it down.
Okay. I got it down.
And next
Put it on the wiki.
week, when I forget, you can go, I've got it.
Cool.
Listen, running games is hard. Sometimes you forget important information and have to make it up. All right, so you were in the car on the way to the church where this the local chapter of the Fangs of the Beast have their headquarters. In the car with Haley, who now that you are away from everybody and the drama has been turned down a little bit because we know Travis isn't going to die in at least the next few hours. He has been seen conscious and healing, which is good. She has become less talkative, and after a few moments of silence, just kind of asks you briefly if you are going to explain to her what the hell's going on.
Yeah. I don't really know where to start.
Beginning's good.
Well, we were. All right, so here's what happened, and I think he just goes into the description of like going to Marcello's. Starts there. Skips as much detail about the vampire attack and the sorority house as he can.
Do you tell her any of that?
No, I do. I basically just say we woke up and we were being attacked by vampires. I don't say why I'm there or anything. Avoiding those questions.
I don't think she has questions.
Yeah.
I think she understands the situation.
Yeah, there's not really any way to glance over that. Okay, so
He knows Victoria
yeah.
enough.
Talks about that. Talks about going back to the sorority house. Mentions he's mentioned the apotheosis stuff before to them, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Briefly.
trouble he has with losing control. Says that happened. Went to the cave. Tried to fight Big Mama Vampire. Didn't work out. Travis almost got killed.
Yeah, I saw that last bit.
Right, and that's like everything pretty much. There were like 20 some odd of these vamps there, and the big one, or the matriarch, was kind of, I mean, she just like walked through fire like no big deal. So
Yeah, they'll do that.
and yeah, that's it.
Is there any of that you don't want me to tell Father Donovan?
I don't know. I don't know what to do
This is
about.
your chance.
I feel like I should just come clean.
He's pissed, you know.
About what specifically? I need to be worried about.
Mostly you being a fucking idiot.
All right.
You know better.
Yeah, I wasn't really in my right mind. That wasn't the plan.
Is that how you're gonna explain it to him?
No. No,
Hi,
this
my
is
name's Rowley, and sometimes I can't control myself, so I just run up in vampire covens and get my friends killed. Good
I
way
mean,
to keep your job.
wasn't gonna put that on my business card. I'm gonna deal with that issue as soon as I have a time. I just need a minute. If we could
Well,
leave that out
level
of it,
5.
if we could leave that part out of it, I'll deal with that myself.
Is that even an option?
We thought we could take her on, and we were wrong.
Not because your head's all screwy.
No, because we thought we could deal with one vampire.
I think at this point, because it wasn't that far away, she pulls into the parking lot of the church and puts the car in park and turns and looks at you and says, Wynn, if you can look me in the eye and tell me you thought there was only one vampire in that cave, I'll fucking eat my shoes. Alright? You're gonna get killed.
Rat. I'll.
You smarter than that.
Yeah. I know. Like I said, that wasn't the plan. I thought I could deal with it.
We're gonna talk about this later.
Yeah, I know.
I'll keep my mouth shut. In you go. If I get my ass chewed out because of you, we're really gonna talk later.
Yep. And he follows her into the church.
All right. You follow her into the church through the main. I totally lost the word. You know, where the church stuff happens.
Sanctuary?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
I was like,
I'm like, vestibule, chapel. Wait, what part of the
What
church are you in here?
I wish I knew.
It's been a while since I took my church anatomy class.
Through the main sanctuary toward the back of the church into a small hallway through a couple of doors, and then a locked door that Haley pulls out a key to and unlocks for you, leading to a set of stairs going down into the basement area of the church. What do you, since a lot of this is going to function as your haven moving forward, what do you imagine this looks like in the belly of the church?
I'm imagining like the initial door you go through to like get to the stairwell is probably hidden like magically. There's probably like a section of the wall that you have to like touch or like invoke into, and it like dematerializes. And then I'm imagining the like undercroft that they use as a base is probably a much older structure, so it's like old stonework, probably from some sort of structure that was like here long before like the more modern church was built. And then it's just kind of like almost like a crypt underneath, kind of dark, solid, like old stonework with lots of like alcoves off from like a main central room.
It's spooky. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you make your way down into this undercroft and into a section which you know to be sort of Father Donovan's, not his regular office, because he also has a regular priest office, but his monster hunting office. And sort of into this, and Haley, I think, kind of knocks on the wooden door, and you hear Father Donovan's voice from inside, telling her to enter. She kind of sticks her head in and mutters a little bit, and then after a second pushes the door open and gestures for you to enter. You see Father Donovan, this pair of glasses that he sometimes wears on, kind of sitting behind a desk, shuffling through a couple of books and some files. And he looks up when you arrive and kind of gestures for you to sit down.
He does.
And Haley kind of, she stays in the room, shuts the door behind both of you, and just kind of stands, arms crossed, leaning against the wall. And after a second, he looks up at you, looking tired because it's the middle of the night and you are full of drama, and just kind of puts his hands to his forehead for a moment and says, "So?"
I fucked up. there's more of them than we thought there'd be, and tried to take on the matriarch, and it didn't go well. Almost got a friend of mine killed.
Yep, yeah, I'd say you fucked up. You want to explain?
Yeah. And I think he goes through most of the same stuff for the sake of not having to like rehash the same things over and over again. Of the details of like who they encountered and all that he did with Haley.
Okay. You leave out the apotheosis?
Yeah, I leave out the apotheosis. I just
Okay.
phrase that as like we thought we had a bead on the. We figured out where the matriarch was. We thought we had a bead on her. I was gonna get us in using my magic. We'd go straight for her, get back out before the others could stop us.
A gross miscalculation, I would say.
Yeah, we didn't expect her to be as powerful as she was. We should have done more research leading up to it. We got a little trigger happy.
Is it vampires? Is the thing
Yes, sir.
vampires is the thing you fuck up?
Yes, sir.
I know your training is a short period of time and it's kind of a blur. You've seen movies, television, read a book before. Vampires? When? Really? I am up at 3 a.m. dealing with this because of vampires.
You're right. Like I said, we should have been better prepared.
Well, you will be. Because you're going to handle this.
Yes, sir. We've got another plan we're working on. We're just trying to iron out the details. I
I
just
expect you'll tell me what they are when they're ironed out.
Yes, sir.
You have got to be careful.
I will. There's something else that I wanted to talk to you about. I can wait till the morning if I need to.
No, let's do it now. You're here.
There was a... Fuck. I have an issue with someone on my team. They mentioned a name to me, and I was wondering if you knew anything about it.
Okay.
The Chimera?
As you mention it, I think you see his Father Donovan tries his best to control his facial expressions, does not do a great job. A little of the color drains out of his face, and he's kind of looking at you. And you heard this where?
My friend Sal apparently knows about it.
Right. And your friend Sal? The same friend Sal?
Yeah.
Who is this friend of yours?
I don't know much about her other than she's been helping fight all the shit that we've been dealing with for the last few months.
And the other
She's
pertinent bit of information?
a good friend of mine, all right. She's on the same side we are. But learned recently that I guess she's part demon or something.
He looks over your shoulder at Haley. I don't know that you've ever seen him this irritated. Usually he tries to hold it in, but he's exhausted right now and just kind of looks over your shoulder at Haley and says, you're training this. She's half demon. Well, what did she tell you?
Not much. She just kind of yelled at me a lot when she found out I was part of the Fangs, and
I imagine so.
apparently she's not too big of friends with our organization. I don't know why, but she told me to ask you about whatever this chimera is.
He stands up and goes to one of the shelves behind his desk and starts pulling out some files and kind of looking through them, and finally, kind of buried underneath a lot of other stuff, pulls out this small, not quite briefcase size. It's thinner, but with a lock on top. Puts in a combination, pulls some papers and things out of it, and sets them on the desk in front of you and says, you can read the report if you want, or I can give you the short version.
I'll read it.
You are not to speak of this.
Understood.
And that doesn't leave the room. Read it now, and if you have questions, I'll answer them.
All right. Wynn takes the file and starts reading through it.
Okay. You flip through the file. There is not a whole lot of information. Skimming through, it is a report from about, I want to say 15 years ago? No, I don't remember. I'll find it. Several years ago, from a club, or an incident surrounding a club in New Orleans called the Chimera. This is a report written by Father Donovan about 10 years ago. A voice in the sky has reminded me, because I couldn't find it in the thing that I wrote. So about 10 years ago, a report that Father Donovan wrote about an incident surrounding a club called the Chimera. It is in New Orleans, and according to his reports, was a club that they discovered was both run by and catered exclusively or almost exclusively to creatures of the monstrous variety. It was owned by a family of satyrs. There was an incident involving the Fangs, or rather a small faction of the Fangs that were supposed to be under Father Donovan's leadership while he was previously in New Orleans. There was some sort of prophecy that they became aware of, got their hands on, and believed they had traced it back to this club and a demonic presence, specifically by the name of Salgaz, Daughter of Doom. They were working on not a lot of information. Unfortunately, some of the Fangs under Father Donovan defied his orders and stormed the club looking for her, and all of them and most of the patrons and owners of the club were killed in the process. And as you flip through towards the back of the file, there are some photos A couple of them old and black and white, and one of them more recent, probably about 10 years old. All of the same woman. And as you sort of pull up the most recent photo and look at it, you see a candid photo taken by you don't know who of a young-looking woman, long blonde hair, covered in sort of blood and soot, and dragging behind her in one arm a familiar-looking leather jacket. That's a picture of Sally in the streets of New Orleans.
Wynn stops on the photos for a while, and he looks up and to Father Donovan and says, "How old are these photos?"
Which ones?
I mean, this one. Holds the one that of the one last one you described.
That is from the night of the incident, so about 10 years ago.
And why did you
I don't
want
know
this
what happened.
person?
We had some information that made it seem like this person was going to fulfill a prophecy, commit some act of violence, and we were supposed to prevent it.
Not to speak out of turn, sir, but it kind of seems like you made it happen.
I ordered them not to go.
Right.
But when people like that, people who think they know better, hotheads who can't control themselves, act on shoddy information, people die. This is not something we speak of. This is the reason I'm here. Not in New Orleans anymore.
And are you still looking for this demon?
Maybe as sort of a side project. After that night, they disappeared. Off the grid, lost track of them, and the information we had went cold. We don't know if the acts of violence were ever committed, because some of my former people handled that themselves. As far as I know, she's in the wind. Could have died that night. Somewhere out in the streets, but doubt it. Needless to say, we had some bad information. So. She's not on our radar killing anything. I don't see that as a problem I need to deal with today.
Can I try to read a person on Father Donovan?
Of course.
Is that sharp?
Yes.
That's a 10.
Okay. You can ask 2 questions.
I want to know if he's telling the truth about everything he said so far. And the other thing is, I want to gauge whether, because I said the person who told me about this is Sal, I don't think it's a big leap to figure out that he might put 2 and 2 together there. I just kind of want to gauge whether or not he has, and if he's just being coy about it.
He's telling the truth.
Okay.
Yeah, everything he said from from what is in the report, obviously he's the one that wrote the report. And everything he has said about looking for Sal up to this point is true. I think he has some suspicions, but is hesitant to act on them and ask you directly about Sal.
Okay. All right. Does my mom know about this?
Yeah.
Did she have anything to do with the operation?
Not directly, no. But she knows.
Alright.
She's the one I wrote the report for. She and I, and now you and Haley. And that's it. Everyone else that was there died. And this kind of story is not good for morale.
I won't
wonder
tell.
sometimes if we need more cautionary tales.
I won't tell anyone. I'll talk to my friend about it. And come to an understanding there. Do you need anything else from me, sir?
He picks up a couple of the books and like some printouts that were on his desk and like hands them over to you. Various monster related things. I told you the vampire problem is yours to handle and I need you to handle it. That being said, don't be stupid. Figure out what you're up against. And handle it.
Yes, sir.
You're dismissed.
Wynn very quickly gets up and leaves.
Okay. I think briefly, Haley just follows you out of the room asking if you need a ride.
Nope. He still has a temptation, so I think he says, "No, I got it." And
You sure?
Yep, I can handle it.
Right, you've got that look on your face that I don't like.
No, I just got a lot to think about. He kind of looks around. He says, "If I need to requisition anything for this, do I just have to get your approval first?"
Mm.
All right. I'll let you know.
All right. Get yourself home in one piece.
And he leaves the church and then uses the mark he replaced on the at the Haven to teleport back.
Do you have to roll for teleporting?
I do.
I always forget. Okay. Do that.
That's an 11.
Okay. You do this thing.
Where is that placed again?
It's on the chalkboard. I don't know where the chalkboard is. It just said that there was one. I assume
You
it's
guys
in, like,
had it like out in like the main area.
Because I think that's where Rexy and I are sleeping. So if he pops out, then Sal is going to immediately wake up
Okay.
with like
I thought
a
she was in
blade
the
drawn.
bathroom.
No, she came out at the very end. Rex was sleeping on the couch, so she like moved
Okay.
her legs and just went to sleep.
She just hid in the bathroom for a while.
If I can be Abby for a second, technically the chalkboard is upstairs and the TV area is downstairs. It's all
Okay.
open, but
And we're good.
When
She
pops out of the
probably
chalkboard.
run upstairs.
When pops out of the chalkboard.
Sal runs up the stairs when she hears something. I assume there's noise in teleportation. Okay.
If not, he probably trips over something in the dark.
Yeah, it's probably very dark, and he just like probably stumbles into a chair. And, oh shit!
Sally's there with a blade.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! It's just me.
Put a fucking bell on you. Starts going back downstairs to the couch.
Sal, you got a second?
Turns around.
About the fangs and the chimera.
Oh, you asked.
Kind of looks around. Like Rex is down the steps. Depending on where everyone else is at, says, "Can we talk about this somewhere privately?"
Yeah, basically when Sal moved, all you saw was like one eye open, Godzilla head look over the thing with a 9mm, and then kind of look with the one eye, and then just curl back up and go to sleep.
Lead the way.
I assume the med bay is empty now, so probably just goes back there.
Mm-hmm.
Closes the door. Stands on like the far side of the room from Sal. Still a little bit nervous about being close to her. Says, "I asked Donovan about it. And I read the file with the report."
Oh, there's a whole report and everything. Wow. Efficient.
Daughter of Doom?
Yeah, that one's always been fun.
Listen, I've heard their side of things. What happened?
They slaughtered a bunch of innocent fucking creatures. That's what happened. Okay, maybe 2 or 3 of them were pieces of shit, but most of them were just fucking having a good time among people that weren't gonna treat them like shit or run away from them.
All right. They said
I
there
was
was
on a job. There was this. Long story short, this piece of shit named Loesch, demon, won't get into it. Kind of had to be taken out because he was into some stuff. Went there with my crew. And, yeah. Then your fangers took down the whole fucking place. Gun for me, too.
You were the one that they were after.
The fuck did I do?
Apparently there was some kind of prophecy or something.
About what?
Were there details on that in the report?
There were some minor details, some like bits and pieces. One quote in particular. Oop, Austin. Because again they're working with partial information. But I think the thing that stuck out to you is it said something about the doomed daughter will destroy the son of grace.
Okay. Did it say, because most of the time they would have some sort of source to say where the prophecy came from?
No. He didn't say.
I don't know. It was a lot of gibberish. Something doom daughter destroy the son of grace.
Okay, I get the doom part. The only fucking celestial there was like a waiter that gave me tips sometimes. He's fucking dead too.
I don't know. I mean, those things don't always pan out the way that they're written down, so it might be that it just hasn't happened yet.
I'll stay away from celestials if it makes them happy.
Listen, I can get why you're not too big a fan of the fangs.
No, I don't really think that you do.
Fine, maybe I don't. But that's who I am now, and I'm a part of that. Like, I think he kind of lifts up the side of his shirt and shows the brand that is now on his side that he received, and he his initiation. He says, "I'm in this now, and that's not the way that we're supposed to do things. And the people that were involved in that are all dead, as far as I know."
Yeah, I know. I killed them.
So we got to get along at least to get the job done. I'm still me.
Yeah, right now. Until the next time something happens and you go all glowy and shit.
I'm working on that.
Showed me yours, I'll show you mine. She'll take off her jacket. Just show you the back tag. In real faded ink. Just says MF.
What's that?
One of my crew. Micah. He's my grandson. Great, 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 great.
How old
Grandson.
are you?
I'll be 537 in August.
Wow.
I know, I moisturize.
All right. Like you said, I can't understand what you went through.
No.
I'm willing to.
You lost anyone?
No. Not like
You know
that.
how many I've lost? Thousands. It's not to murder. fights, brawls. They get old. They die. I don't. I keep an eye on mine. I don't have a lot left. Micah was one of the last. Real good kid. Had some powers. Demon blood thing. Comes out sometimes. Tried to get him to have a fucking normal life. Couldn't do it. So I helped him out. Showed him how to hunt. What do I get for it? You don't fucking have any clue.
You're at. Sal, you're my friend, okay?
Yeah, okay. Look, I'm tired.
Right.
Sure you are too. If you say this isn't their jam, it's a one-time thing. Okay. I don't fucking trust them, but I'll trust you. You. The real you. When that glow up shit happens, all bets are off. I don't fucking know that person. And I don't know if I want to.
I know. Like I said, once this is over, I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen anymore.
Good. I'm not ready to bury you all yet. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
She'll turn around and go back to the couch. Move Rexy's feet.
Go to sleep.
I don't know if Wynn has a bed here yet, or goes to sleep on the cot in the med bay.
Okay. Like halfway through moving your stuff in, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody gets a little bit of sleep. Somehow. Well, almost everyone. Victoria's probably up all night. Based on what I know of her, and also the vigorous head shaking that's coming from the corner of my screen. What's Victoria doing?
Probably after she's done working out, she'll pull out her, like, a tablet or a laptop. She might not have brought that in the rush of things. She probably has a book in her bag, or she's just on her phone, like, up in the computer room, which is, like, kind of outside the med bay. She's just got, like, she's leaning all the way back in the chair with her feet kicked up, and she's got headphones in, and she's watching something or reading something.
Okay.
Keeping herself entertained, as she usually does.
Okay. The rest of you try to get some sleep. Travis probably most successfully. And for the most part, after that, it is an uneventful evening. You all wake up the next morning. Victoria already up. What are you doing?
I think Win is all the stuff that Father Donovan gave him. And is like in whatever their planning room is upstairs. And just is going through that. Probably got
Okay.
up really early to do that.
It's a lot of stuff about vampires.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna learn everything it can about vampires.
Victoria will join him since she's got nothing else to do.
Okay. So researching. Again, usually the thing we do at the beginning of the mystery.
Hey. You're right.
Is there a kitchenette in the Haven?
No.
No.
I think Watson just brings things.
Yeah.
Oh, except it's not Watson anymore. It's the new guy. Oh,
Heathrow. Heath something.
Heathcliff.
Heathcliff?
is it Heathcliff?
No, I just
Yes,
said
that
that. I
sounds
don't know
right.
if that's it.
Where did I put it?
Heath Row? Yeah. If it's Heath, there's only about 3 suffixes.
He's just so eager.
It's Heathcliff.
Yay!
Is it?
Yay! Yeah, you were right.
Yay.
It's young Heathcliff. Eager to serve. Eager to please. We'll bring you whatever you need.
Okay. Well, Rexy's seen the point of service touchpad before, so yeah, Rexy will get up and Godzilla walk over there and start punching away and like looking for horrible breakfast cereals, which there probably is none. Like Captain Crunch, Cocoa Puffs, Tricks, anything.
No cereal.
Meh. Yeah, Rexy's just standing at the point of service, like just staring at it, like, well, what does someone eat for breakfast? Without cereal. So he'll just stand there for a bit until somebody else comes along, I guess, and then they'll ask.
I got eggs.
Eggs,
Scrambled. Cheese.
cheese, oh yeah,
Bacon.
some bacon. Okay.
If they can just do a fucking omelet, let's just do like a Denver omelet or something. But not sausage, bacon.
Denver omelet, not sausage, bacon.
Actually, don't put the peppers in. Just literally just I guess an omelet, but with just bacon and cheese.
Swipe. Okay, it starts over. Puts it in, and then goes 1, 2, and then looks at up in the planning room. Do they want anything? Says he's there. She says to Sal.
Oh, it's breakfast.
Do we have to go anywhere? What?
No.
No.
Is someone cooking? What's going on?
Yeah, Heath will do it, I think. He's still here, right?
Who?
Yeah, he's here.
Travis, you're awoken by yelling about breakfast.
What year is it? And Travis just groggily steps out of his room. Mechanically, what's my harm at now?
What was it at when you went to sleep?
4.
It's at 3 now.
Yay!
So we
I'm
heal
not
one.
unstable.
Morning, Trail Fast. What you want for breakfast?
Everything. Just whatever people are eating. Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. 3.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not picky.
4.
He just raises his hand with his head buried.
5.
Okay.
And melon.
And melon. Okay.
Swipe.
Order breakfast. A few minutes later, Heathcliff is new and he wants to make a good impression. So yeah, I think he brings it down himself, and shows up. You've all seen him before, except for Victoria. So you see a young, smartly dressed, attractive, eager-looking butler bring down this large tray of omelets, 5 omelets, and a very nicely sliced assortment of honeydew and cantaloupe and watermelon, because you just said melon. He wasn't sure, so he got all 3.
Hi.
Breakfast.
Oh, thanks.
I don't remember what Heathcliff sounded like. I'm making him British like Watson, though.
It's fine.
Sure.
Who is this person?
It's like the butler or something.
Y'all have a butler?
We don't. The person who owns the house does. It's a lot to explain. And technically, I haven't asked permission to explain any of it yet. Still waiting to get a text back.
You're in so much trouble when Abby finds out.
Oh, Abby knows.
And
Listen.
Rexy says, I texted her already. And grabs the melon and a plate of the stuff, and then goes way up on her tiptoes and smooches Heathcliff on the cheek, and then walks off with the food.
He looks pleasantly surprised. Omelets.
Thanks, Sugar. She'll grab a plate and set it down on the research table, I guess.
He just goes around bringing everyone omelets.
I will say that Travis has a text from Abby that just says, like, when you wake up, text me.
He'll text. I'm up. Unfortunately.
She'll want to FaceTime with him. Which we don't have to do right this second, but...
Later. Omelet now.
I
then
did not see any drink orders.
Coffee?
Bloody Mary?
Mary.
Don't start doing that. It is too early for that parent trap bullshit.
Oh, hey, Trav.
Coffee, please.
Mr. Crowley, anything?
Water's fine.
I shall return. He does very quickly.
Mr. Crowley.
Yeah, that was weird.
Just the cheese and more bacon. Like, you even like put the sides in this. Nice, see? Thanks.
He gives everyone their drinks, and then stands there awkwardly.
What's up? You need something?
Do you?
Y'all need.
No,
Good.
we're good.
Dix is a crab, my guy. I think you're good.
Great. Well, you know where to find me. Happily goes back up the elevator.
What's above this place?
Wayne
None
Manor.
ya.
I thought this was like the Bat Cave.
It's not like the Bat Cave. It's nothing like the Bat Cave.
There are no bats.
There's
no
a
bats.
waterfall and everything.
There are no bats. It
It's
can't
no
be a bad
bats.
cave if there's
Can't
no
be a
bats.
Bat Cave if there's no bats.
Sneak
All right.
again now.
Don't like the Bat Cave. It's stupid. Nobody's ever said that.
He punches Travis in the arm.
Ow. Hey, listen, I'm recovering, all right? Gentle.
And Rexy is cutting the omelet into bites and then like getting a melon on the fork and then a bite of egg too at the same time. and then like making a funny face, and then trying a different melon with egg.
So,
Gross.
Bloody Marys are very good, though.
Oh.
So y'all, we gotta talk about the vampires, right? We gotta come up with a plan. Like
Right.
now.
Well, what do we got? We got, I guess, like a time frame before some more folks get messed up, right?
Yeah.
Is that this weekend?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've been going through some materials that I'm borrowing, trying to figure out like what's real and what's TV. I don't know what I've actually found at this point, if I can do a roll.
I would love for anyone who wants to roll to investigate a mystery.
Cool.
Whoopee.
And if you're not going through the books and the papers, but you'd like to be doing something else, you can do that as well.
11.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
And I think I upped that one too.
Whoa.
I believe I did.
Anybody else?
I got a 10.
Okay.
Victoria got a 6.
Okay.
She's running on fumes.
Love
Magical
it.
fumes.
All right.
Yes, I did.
So, Win and Rex, you can follow the 10 plus instructions. 2 general questions or 1 specific question. You can pick from the list or ask your own. Sally, same thing, but an extra question. So 3 general questions or 2 specific questions, again from the list or of your own. Victoria. I get to
I
ask.
leveled up.
Hey! I get to ask you some things because you reveal some information.
Mm-hmm.
So has what sort of media does Victoria consume? Would she have watched a lot of the like supernatural or horror or monster involving TV shows, movies, that kind of thing of her era?
Victoria likes movies and she watches a lot of them because she has the time to, and there's not much to do at 3, 4 a.m. when everyone else is asleep. So that's what she does.
Okay.
I think she has a high tolerance for horror. Like, it doesn't really bother her at all because she sees a lot of it just in everyday life. But I don't know if that's something she normally gravitates towards. Probably some of the the girls in the house, they probably do the vampire melodrama stuff.
Okay. Yeah, as you're flipping through all of this stuff, it is you're very tired. And it is hard to kind of put a lot of that stuff out of your mind when you're thinking about this kind of thing. So I think your information gets a little bit mixed up. But for some reason, you're having a really hard time focusing because you keep flashing back to that one time that one of your sorority sisters convinced you to watch Daybreakers. And that's just all you can think of right now. Okay. There's just flashes of scenes from that movie in your mind, and it just won't. It's almost like you are seeing them play out in front of you, like some of your minor visions. You can't. It just won't leave you alone. It's very distracting. It's almost like a hallucination. Yeah, you can't. It's Ethan Hawke and Willem Dafoe are just there, and they won't. They won't leave you alone.
You guys can just see Victoria kind of reading and then looking up and spacing out, completely unfocused. And then every once in a while she just goes, like shakes her head, like looks back down, still unfocused.
I hope that gave some of you some time to think of the questions you want to say.
Yeah, so my vote for the question, so I think we can ask a maximum of 7 questions amongst the 3 of us. I think we just ask what can hurt it 7 times.
I was going to turn my multiple questions into one specific question.
Okay,
and,
that's fine.
and
We don't
ask
have to
what,
go with my idea.
I was going to say, what can hurt it? Like, really? For reals.
Okay. I'll let you guys know, because when you've already been sitting there flipping through the books and everything, and I'll give you this one for free. What can hurt it and what can kill it might be 2 different things.
I'll ask what can kill it.
Okay. Vampires, contrary to most media, very difficult to kill. You've experienced one of them. Burning them to I was gonna say to completion. That's not really what I want to say. I'm having one of those days, you guys. Don't listen. Should have kept that one to myself. That was too funny not to say out loud.
Yep.
Yeah, only if they're
Good content.
Listen. You can pay money to subscribe to this channel. You can burn them, right, with hellfire or regular fire, depending on your. If you can't get hellfire, store-bought is fine, but you must burn them totally and completely until they are ash, and then scatter the ashes.
To kill
The
them, I
other
assume.
To kill them.
Okay.
That's one of 2 ways you have found that will kill it and leave it dead for any long period of time. The other is to cut out its heart and burn it in holy oil. The more complicated option. That's how you kill it. Are there other questions?
I was waiting for Rex's question.
I mean, hurting it, sunlight, silver.
You can do it some damage, not permanent damage, in a couple of different ways. Silver weapons will sting it. And you all do know at this point, well, you've all sort of seen this in action, that at least the most powerful vampires have some sort of regenerative abilities or properties to them. Silver weapons will cut them, will hurt them for a time. It's not permanent, but it also keeps them from being able to recover immediately. And you guys did see from some things, Rosalind at least, recover almost instantaneously. From certain things, but yeah, silver will slow that down. Contrary to the movies, sunlight is not just going to send them up in flames, especially the older they are, the more sort of resistant they become to stuff like that, but it will weaken them a little bit. Again, it will keep them from healing as quickly. That's why they stay out of it. Or again, the more complicated option, and still not permanent, but more long-term than the others, you can chop off their head and separate it from their body. Eventually, they'll get a new one. But it's a long, weird, grotesque process. Not permanent.
Anything in the notes about which side grows back? Does it grow back from the head or does it grow back from the body? Because that's always the question.
They've usually kept them under such heavy lock and key that nobody wants to open the door to find out.
So the ones that we burned before, or the ones that you guys said you burned, did they ash? Or were they just burned corpses?
I don't remember. Does Sally remember?
What did you guys do
I think they
with the
just
ones
left.
that you still had alive? One of them got away. And one of them, I think, had their neck slit open. And the other one sassed you a lot, and you knocked it unconscious. I don't know that I asked you guys what you did with them.
They're probably alive.
Right.
They might just be eating all of Marcelo's food right now.
Fuckers. That pot roast was good.
Yeah, they're. You didn't do either of those things, for sure. So they're probably alive somewhere.
Ours, we did burn to pretty much ash with hellfire. We didn't scatter the ashes, though, so we might need to go do that. I don't know. How windy is it today?
Hey Google, how windy is it today? Mine didn't activate, thankfully.
I was gonna do the voice and I couldn't think of anything funny to say. We're still kind of in winter, so on any given day, it's windier than it is in any other season. I mean, it's not, there's not like gale force winds outside or anything, but it's breezy.
We just get a desk fan or something and just shoot them through that, or a big poster board. And
Yeah, we should just probably go over there and check to make sure it's not growing back.
oh,
I have a very specific question. One of mine.
Certainly.
Potentially two. Is there anything in the lore about reversing the process of vampirism?
Thought you'd never ask. There is, Sal, as you're flipping through some of the pages, there were a couple of books and then there were lots of sort of pages of just like printouts and things like that. And some of these that you are going through are older. They look like they're actually scans of some handwritten notes of things. And you sort of flip through a few of them and you find one page with one singular mention of a cure for vampirism that, according to the person who wrote these notes, worked. There is a short recipe. Should have saved the store-bought joke for this part. That would have been funnier. There is a short recipe, 3 ingredients. One of them, easy to get, holy water. The other 2, not so much. An herb, which is known, at least in these notes, is referenced as tulsi. Just Tulsi. I don't know that you know what that is, but I'm sure you can find out. And the blood of the vampire who turned them. Or scribbled as sort of an afterthought in the margins, or potentially the blood of the Coven's Alpha.
So, since she's the alpha, could we use her blood on herself?
I don't think so. That doesn't sound right.
You do know at some point somebody turned her, though.
Let me give Marcelo a call. I will give Marcelo a call.
Okay, so you call. He answers from the panic room. How's the cell service in the panic room?
Marginalized.
That's not great.
It has to go through through my cell network. So because there's no way Rex wouldn't have Wi-Fi. It's just heavily guarded.
Of course. Okay, yeah, so you call down there, and groggily, you're all up pretty early. No one's sleeping very well at this point, I think. Marcelo answers the phone. Yes.
Hey, y'all okay?
Oui? Yes? Bold already?
Fair enough. Some good Netflix shows. Anyway, who turned y'all?
It's a bit early for this. Yes?
Well, we got to the research pretty. Yeah. Do you know? They around?
Some doctor. I imagine if they weren't murdered, burned at the stake, that kinds of things, they might still be around, but we are not in contact.
Right. Another question.
Mm-hmm.
If we need some of your blood, is that okay? For like a tracking spell or, something I don't do the magic stuff, but
I suppose.
it's a little again, I can't actually promise. I don't know how much, but I would assume not too much.
It's not the pain or anything that concerns me. I suppose that is fine.
Okay, cool. Because yeah, we might take you up on that. I mean, while I've got you on the phone, have you heard of Tulsi? I don't even know what that is.
Is it? Are we still talking about Netflix?
No. Sorry. It's like an herb of some kind. It's like.
Oh, this sounds familiar. Hold on, one moment. And you hear just like faint, like tapping, like he's tapping on a phone screen. And you get a text, and it's a link to google.com. Does this help? It is 7:43 a.m.
Right. All right. You get some rest, and we'll be over later to get some of your blood. Okay. Bye.
You hang up.
Put the phone away. Okay. Well played. Yeah. A doctor. They don't really know, but I figure maybe with some of their blood, if we could track down whoever created them. Is there like a magic for that? Is there magic for that? I feel
I
like
don't know if we have time for that.
So here's what I'm trying to understand. You want to reverse or cure Rosalind? Or are we focused on the ones that she turned? Because we're
well, I
gonna
mean
need
all of them.
her blood for that.
Yeah.
Her vampiric blood, I assume.
Well, yeah.
Probably. I don't know. I mean, does she want to be turned back?
I doubt it.
Didn't really seem like. It's going to be hard to force feed a vampire matriarch some sort of cure.
Once we cut her heart out, we'll have almost a pint of her blood.
That much? Wow. Okay. She kind of didn't want to be turned.
I don't think that matters much of what she's doing now. I mean, she's turning people left and right.
She didn't exactly. She isn't exactly using her powers for good and for research purposes. I don't know. I like Marcel. He's a good guy. He's a sweet guy, but I mean, he doesn't seem like he has any qualms about his sister kicking the bucket.
I just don't see how we're going to be able to do that. I think it's kind of a kill or be killed situation at this point with her. If we have the option, if we can capture her, I'll try. But she's also still killed a lot of people, I'm assuming. And even if we cure her, she's still a person who's killed a lot of people.
And it's not like we can give her to the cops.
That would be hard to explain, yeah.
Something's still bugging me about this, the the whole blood message on my living room wall thing. It said, "Burn the hive to kill the queen."
I mean, if we set the whole thing on fire, then that would probably kill her. But that would also kill
Like
a lot of innocent
Horcruxes
people.
situation where like 8 of her people or 7 or whatever. I don't know. It's been a while since I read the book, but I don't know. Is it possible that she draws her power by turning other people? Is that a thing?
No fucking way. Come on. Sorry, Marcelo. He said the doctor was called Jekyll?
Ha! Bullshit.
He
Now I
says
know
the
he's
strangeness is not lost on me because it was about 500 years off.
He's
No.
full of shit.
For real?
Ask. Ask him where Jekyll's hiding. But like, spell it like, get it?
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Text
get
it
it.
to him.
What's the joke?
You never. What do they teach you in school these days?
Oh, they definitely taught us that. You never read Jekyll and Oh my god. All right.
It's
I avoided
it's
a
the
lot of the
Incredible Hulk, but he's a
required
doctor.
reading.
Well, I guess they're both doctors. It's like the Incredible Hulk. Jekyll is Bruce Banner, and Hulk is Mr. Hyde.
Okay, laugh from the
Follow
Avengers
me?
movies. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly like that. Or Russell Crowe in the shitty Mummy movie with Tom Cruise.
Ugh. That was terrible.
And Helsing did it too.
All right.
You text Marcelo Travis's shitty joke.
Yes, I do. Of course I do.
Excuse me.
I'm also
They say you put aspects of yourself into your
Yeah, yeah.
character, and that was a Rob joke.
It was amazing.
So I'll have you.
I'm also looking up this Tulsi thing, and I'm just getting a lot of results for basil. It can't be that easy, right?
And Rexy didn't touch that at all because she's still like trying combos of she scrapped the egg and melon thing because melon and egg don't go together. But now she's trying different melon together, and so that's why she hasn't touched the Tulsi thing at all.
You're
The melon
also doing
experiments?
research.
More successful. More successful than the egg ones for sure. Sal, you get a text back a couple of minutes later. That's just that gif of that guy blinking and looking irritated.
Cry laughing emoji.
Sal, you said there was. I'm sorry, I wasn't privy to the blood on the wall thing. Was that a? How does that work?
Oh no. I just came in my house and there was blood message on my wall and it said, she'll like pull out her phone. Fanged betrayers stalk the forest, burn the hive to kill the queen.
And you have no idea where this message came from?
Nope.
Is that concerning to you?
It's not the weirdest thing I've ever come back to.
Right. And you have no way of finding out how that message got on your wall, like a review system, like, I don't know, you don't have
Oh
cameras?
shit, yeah. Rexy, you put my Christmas gift in, right?
What
How
was
do I-
your Christmas gift?
Oh, it's a security system. All right, so let's. Here, Rexy, how do I do this?
Rexy shoots it over to your phone, like
Thank you.
look, Arlo or whatever. He comes up.
Excellent.
Okay, yeah, you go back to that night in your footage. It is. I imagine you can see the whole apartment from the cameras, right? I mean, you don't have like a big luxury suite.
Nah.
I don't imagine. Yeah, you can see for the most part the whole apartment. There, for the most part, nothing. It's dark in there, so I imagine some sort of night vision functionality will kick on, and you sort of scroll through quickly, kind of fast forwarding, and then briefly you see Sal, like the whatever you have, drapes or blinds or whatever you would have on your window sort of rustle and move, like a wind has kind of blown through there, and you can see almost like a breeze just kind of like travel through the window, kind of over your bed, kind of rustling up um, whatever sheets you have on there, kind of blowing some papers off of something, and then everything settling. And then there is just this faint glow kind of coming from the cracks or the seams in the wall, um, and then all at once, the tops of the letters, like instead of writing one at a time, kind of like the tops of the letters appear, as this blood, which you now know to be blood, kind of drips down the wall, like forming into them. And nothing else.
Um, they wrote themselves?
Do you mind if I take a look? I promise I won't peek at anything weird.
It's fine. That's all hidden. Yeah, here you go.
I have the sight. You can see invisible things, especially spirits and magical influences. I could
Ooh.
also communicate with them, but that that doesn't seem like a possibility on the recording.
Well, you find out. Okay. You don't have to roll for this. You can just see things. All right.
Let me see. It says you may also communicate and maybe even make deals with the spirits. See, they give you more opportunities to spot clues when you investigate a mystery. So, do you want me to investigate a mystery? I can do that.
Let me tell you what you see, and then if you want to try to find anything else, we might go there. I guess remind me, everybody, that Victoria just fucking sees ghosts.
This is new. This is new. I upgraded today.
That's amazing. That's a good ability that I'm going to use quite a bit.
Oh, great.
Okay. Yeah, so you take a look, Sal, you roll the video back to sort of right before it happened. And yeah, Victoria, you see something. There is, I think you see from where Sally has stopped the video, if you look at sort of where it is paused in the night vision outside her window, and Sally, what, you don't live on like the first floor of a building?
No.
Right, you're up higher.
Gotta have height. Yeah.
So you see sort of this broad, like shadowy outline of a figure outside the window through the blinds. And as you play the video again, you see this this large outline of what looks like sort of a large, very muscle-bound figure, kind of black, shadowy, almost like phase through Sally's window, kind of like a ghost. Maybe scarier, I think, depending on the ghost, and just kind of phase through the room, kind of following this breeze that Sally saw before, and then very carefully kind of landing on 2 feet in the towards the middle of the room, kind of near the wall where her bed is, and you can see it kind of pick up its arms and kind of put 2 hands together and then place them both on the wall, and then watch this message kind of form in front of it. It steps back, and then this, just a little bit of that breeze kind of picks up again around it, and it vanishes.
So as Victoria's watching this, probably Sally, if you're right next to her, you see her eyes, or maybe you might not, but the light of the screen kind of catches her eyes for as she's watching it, and they seem to maybe have like a silver sheen to them. And she'll just kind of look up and, well, I'm guessing it's a ghost.
What do they look like?
I don't know. They're just, I mean, you can see it. It's just like that light thing and then the blood. So I can assume that it's a ghost. I mean, that's all I know.
I mean, I've killed a lot of stuff. So if it's like pissed, but if it's pissed, why is it giving me information?
Right.
Or the vampire bitch pissed off the wrong, now deceased guy.
But why would they come to me?
Because you're a certified badass.
Well, given, but I don't know if that tracks.
I would just say about the run in general, you know, prophecies, these sort of things that people explaining how one can kill something. It's not always 1-to-1, especially when you start meddling with things, you know. Could change. I mean, if we want to kill everyone in the hive, then
No. I think we should turn everybody back. I mean, that'd be good.
yeah, I think so.
I think the real problem is going to be we need to deal with her on her own. Otherwise, she's got like 20 some odd friends coming to help her. Right?
Ooh, I still have more questions.
Vampire extraction mission.
Mhm.
We swoop in, take them one by one, turn them. Maybe burning the hive is a metaphorical.
Right. But we can't take them one at a time and turn them back without her first.
Rex is pointing at Victoria.
All right.
I see the issue now.
With one of my other questions, what would make her leave on her own? Like, what would get her to go solo?
Kill Marcelo?
To go solo. Sorry.
No,
Like, to
I
get her-
mean, that's what would get her to do it. She would go off to kill Marcelo.
Is that about it, Keeper?
Yeah, that's a
Oh, I'm
It's
sorry.
pretty
That was
big.
one of your questions.
No, it's okay. It was very
You did the
very
Sally
good
voice,
point.
and I got confused.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
I think it's great.
That was awesome.
That's a major motivation for her.
I'm the keeper now.
Okay. We could ask Marcelo if he'd be bait.
I don't like that idea. I mean, I'm not comfortable with that idea, but if that's what we got.
We doesn't actually have to be there if he's bait. We could just get something out that he's somewhere. Get that info out. Don't know how.
Right, I think she can. Can't she, like, sense where we. Wait, how did she know where we were?
Rex will point at Kendall.
She's not there.
Where'd she go?
She
Oh,
went
we
where
dropped
Marcelo
her off
is.
in the-
Put her
yeah, she's in
thing,
Panic Room.
too. Oh, okay. Right. And then I guess Rexy would say Kendall.
But they weren't like, they didn't know where we were going right away.
Yeah, we
Like, we
weren't
didn't-
even at Wynn's place.
So, I mean, do we think it's like they like tracked us, like sense of smell?
I have no idea.
Does anyone have any more questions left?
I was gonna say I asked
used two
one.
very
I don't know.
Yeah, I
if-
asked very two specific questions, so I think I'm done.
Wynn still had one, and no, Rex, you did your one specific question. So, yeah, I think Wynn, you have one more.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess I don't know. Trying to think of a way to phrase it generally. What can it do is essentially one of the general questions on the list.
Okay.
So wrapping them up into like, do vampires like have a heightened sense of smell, or like something else that would help them like track people?
Yeah, I think I mean, for sure, you know, they have some level of, you know, supernatural, preternatural abilities. They just climbed up a wall into a second story room like it was basically nothing. They are very hard to kill. It is not a far cry to think that because they are predators by nature, and predators that are built for hunting something that is near the top of or at the top of some food chains, that they might have those kind of abilities. You also know some of them can do magic.
Hmm. I think it's going to be hard to trick her. I think we might need actual Marcella there. Because I can't think of a way, like, we could try to use magic to draw her attention to us. But if she's as powerful as we think she is, I think she's only going to come out for the real thing.
But she didn't even come out for him.
Well,
She
she
sent
tried,
her lackeys to pick him up.
and that didn't work out well for her. So, in the end, I mean, I guess she kind of got him, and then we got him back.
She didn't kill him right away. I don't know why she did that.
It's a good question.
Just thought.
I mean,
I'll
maybe-
remind you guys contextually that he was in pretty bad shape
Right.
when you found him.
Maybe a sort of kill him slow situation.
She hates his guts. She blames him for having been turned into a vampire in the first place. And she will stop at nothing to fucking murder his ass.
I think the warehouse has been pretty lucky for us so far. We just keep it rolling. We take him to the warehouse, send out a message to her, and I mean, she saw me when I astral projected last time, so can do that again, get her attention, draw her to us, and we deal with her.
What warehouse? Sorry.
Oh, it's like off campus, like a couple blocks over off of North Bay Street. It's like,
You'll see. It's
Classified.
great. It's
Oh,
great.
Well, all right. It's unclassified, I guess.
you know where that barbecue place is? It's like just a block over from there.
All right. Okay. So we're going to use our friend, or your friend, as bait to draw out a very powerful vampire with. I mean, there's just no guarantee that she's going to go by herself. Why would she? Especially if she knows we're all here or there.
Unless her lackeys are distracted.
I mean, I don't remember if this was in the lore that we talked about that some of like sunlight affects the weaker ones more than like her because she's more powerful.
That's
During
true
the daytime.
that's true for most of the things that you found.
I could put up some warding around the warehouse, and we do this during the daytime. Then maybe they won't be able to get in, but we let her through.
All right. Have you guys ever seen the movie Blade?
Yeah.
No.
So
Yeah. Wait, no?
Read the graphic novels too.
So in the third one, the one with Ryan Reynolds, they have these like canisters that, or no, they pump silver into the AC system so that they all get kind of weakened before they go in. If we're finding that silver is a thing, I mean, maybe someone can do that. I have no idea how to do that, but
Right, you can see Rex is just doing math on it.
Could that also poison the rest of us, though?
well, yeah. But if we have like respirators, I mean, we plan ahead.
Right. I mean, they're the big doors on the warehouse. You just like shut them once she's in, and then pump in the anti-vamp gas. Weaken her.
Follow me. Follow me here. It's real complicated, but follow me here. Okay. So she already knows that you've gone off the handle, Win, and kind of done your own shit. So maybe with your crew of your fingers and stuff, you've betrayed the rest of us, said you're just going to turn them over because you don't want this shit in your town anymore. But really, it's all part of the plan.
So I reach out to her and tell her we're willing to make a deal to give her her brother if she leaves.
If they take off.
I like that. Yeah, I can pull that off.
But as part of goodwill, she comes solo, leaves her minions there.
We have to anticipate. I don't think it'll be too much of a leap for her to assume that we're going to assume that she's going to come with her minions anyway. So I still think we put up the warding to keep them out. But maybe she'll be a little off guard, not expecting maybe as much of a trap.
And then aerosol silver and just carnage.
I'm not certain if vampires breathe. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know. They're kind of undead, right? Do they need to breathe?
Go to Google. Do vampires need to
Just text your friend.
Text Mark. Hey, do you breathe?
Oh, yeah, right.
You guys keep calling Marcelo your friend, but I don't know how much longer it's gonna last. Do you text Marcelo, hey, do you breathe?
No, I'll say, as a part of research into our plan, do vampires need to breathe?
You get a text back after a moment of typing and contemplating. I think you get a text back explaining from his perspective that fledglings do, but the longer they find themselves undead, the less need they have for things that will keep their bodies alive, as they are slowly immortalized.
I have an even better idea. If they don't breathe, though, we bless the water in the sprinkler system in the warehouse.
Yes! Brainstorm! The crane thing, but now it's in the warehouse. Yes! Yes!
Oh, it's easy. Fire alarms are like totally our thing.
Right.
Oh.
Fire alarms don't set off the.
Well, okay, like emergency sprinkler systems. You get the idea. It's a whole thing. You wouldn't understand.
In that old of a warehouse, it's probably gravity fed. We can most likely just knock one of the heads off and the whole system will train.
Do we... Oh, we can ask that, the priest that we talked to. What was his name? The one in the church. You think he'd, like, bless a bunch of holy water for us?
Father Donovan?
Yeah, no, can't really ask him.
Why not? He was real nice, and the lie worked last time.
I can get something to probably help bless the water. It would be weird if I asked him and then like vampires and stuff. How am I supposed to convince him to come to a warehouse to bless the water? That'd be really hard, really.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd be very difficult to explain that to him.
Mass baptism.
As part of your conversion to his faith, follow me on this. You are acquiring this old warehouse to start up a business that holds to Christian values, and therefore the building and therefore the water in the building needs to be blessed. Boom. And you're furthering the narrative that you are in fact converting to the faith.
You know what, Travis? That is a great idea. I think that's something that we could do.
Yeah, I'll
Win.
go
later.
talk to him. Yep.
Great. All right, so holy water sprinkler system,
Mm-hmm.
and ward the warehouse,
Mm-hmm.
and astral project and let her know that we've got Marcelo, but we actually have to have Marcelo in the warehouse. Shit.
I'll
I
put
think
him
so.
in. Do we have anything like a a safe room or something that he can like? Is there anything in there that he could be contained in? I guess that
We have a shark
he wouldn't
cage.
get hit by it. I'm sorry, you have a what?
A shark cage.
Shark cage?
It's
have a
more of a
tiger
tiger
cage.
cage.
Whatever it was. I don't know. Well, no. Okay. When I say shark cage, I mean the one they lower divers down into the water. It protects them from the sharks.
Yeah.
That's what I thought
Not
we
like
had
an
used the last
aquarium.
time. No.
No.
That's what I thought we had used last time. I didn't know
You
it was
have
a
the one that slides open on the front that keeps the tiger in. A
Gotcha.
shark
Well-
cage is funnier.
But he can still get wet in it if I'm picturing it properly. I'm just
We'll put a
something to
tarp over
guard
the
him.
top or something.
Yeah. All right.
This is probably the best plan that we've come up with for.
I
any of
mean,
these
this
so
is
far.
as much thought, I think, as we have ever put into a singular plan. I mean,
Yeah.
there's research. This is data driven.
That's pretty concerning to me, if I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Hey, you're the one who said it was a great idea about 5 minutes ago, so I don't want to hear it.
No, I'm saying the fact that this is the most thought that you've put into something. That's concerning to me.
It means that we're getting better. All right.
Well, I mean, it's the most thought we have put into it since
Mhm.
our brains are in England.
Yeah.
You keep saying that. I was told that me being here probably wasn't okay. What is going on with that?
I
if may?
did mean to tell you about that. If you want to look up into that camera right there and just be really nice, say thank you and you appreciate it, and you won't use this information to do any ill, that'd be great.
Can I just talk to the person that?
I don't know, she's busy and it's like time difference, but like if you just want to look up there.
We can just call her right now and see if we can get her on the phone. Then you guys can talk to each other for a bit.
Sure.
It's about 1 o'clock in England.
No, let's not do that.
Okay.
We can say that we do that, but LB doesn't want to do that.
We can talk about
You
that.
mean
Yeah.
you don't want to talk to yourself for the next 5 minutes?
I absolutely could. However, it's going to be very boring for people to watch.
You were the one that
I will
volunteered the
not.
idea.
I know.
I will not make you do that. We will hash out, however, what that conversation sounded like, so everybody has that contextual information. The next monster I create is a monster that makes all fire alarms disappear from existence.
All of our safety systems have mysteriously disappeared.
They're just gone. They never existed. While it sounds like we have the beginnings of
A
plan,
solid plan.
Okay, we'll talk about it. Let's go ahead and take a quick break while we're at a quick stopping point. And while we're on our break, if there's any other research or anything you guys need to do, think about that. We'll nail that down when we get back, and then I guess put whatever this plan is into action. So thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. We will return in just a couple of minutes. We're going to take a quick break. But we will be back soon, so stick around. You're not going to want to miss this one. I can feel it in my bones. We'll see you in just a moment. And welcome back, Internet. Thanks for sticking with us during our break. We are going to pick back up right where we left off, or generally where we left off. Is there any other research or gathering or anything that you all would like to do?
Rex is gonna go to the workshop, and obviously when we're gonna have to pick up Marcella and Kendall or whatever, and so yeah, I'm gonna try to pull a weird science maneuver and build something while we're there. So just a heads up.
Okay. What do you want to build?
I do want to build some kind of like sunbeam, like mega flashlight thing.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah, let's just go ahead and roll for that.
Read.
Yeah, roll plus weird.
Oops, I always forget that there's a second menu to push. And 8.
Okay. So 2 requirements from the list. You pick one and I pick one.
Where are you, weird science? There you are. In the smallest window possible. I will pick. It requires a huge amount of fuel.
Okay. Requires a huge
power.
amount of power fuel. I'm going to pick it won't be very reliable.
All right.
So there may be some rolling involved. Yeah. Build a big old light.
The someday I ended up taking that as advanced. Someday I will roll that 12.
It's gonna be incredible. Okay, so you get to work on your big mean vampire light. Anybody else?
I was gonna gather the stuff that Wynn was gonna get for the blessing of the holy water or blessing of the water and the do a little bit of research for the warding.
Okay.
Using the haven options that I have.
Okay. Yes, you do so. So you have to roll for
The
some of
armory.
this. For the
Yeah.
armory. I think the research thing you can just do.
Mm-hmm. I just get a +1 to the next time I use magic to
Right.
do that. So he goes and he researches what he needs for the warding magic to keep the lower or the less powerful vampires out.
Okay.
And then he texts Haley to see if they have some sort of relic or like holy item that he can use to bless the water at the warehouse.
Okay. She'll go look. You have to roll, what is that, plus weird?
Yeah. I've rolled really well today. 12.
Okay. So on a 10 plus, I think you just have it.
Yeah. Have it and plenty if that matters. So they don't just have the bone of a saint, they've got like the whole skeleton.
They got the whole guy. Yeah. Yeah, I think she just sends kind of a vague text back that's like, I think I got something. Give me 15 minutes.
All right. He'd swing over there, I guess, either having someone drive him or... Nah, he wouldn't. Well, he might teleport. We'll see.
Dealer's choice.
He'd probably just have someone drive him.
Okay. Who is it?
I don't know. Is anyone besides Victoria available? I don't want to keep making bumming rides off Victoria if she's busy. He'd have Victoria drive him.
What am I doing?
I don't know. Yeah, he'd ask Victoria drive him also because he doesn't want anyone else to know where the base is, and that would be hard to explain.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna be like, yeah, sure, I can drive you. Where we're going?
Yeah.
Church again.
He would ask very nicely.
Yeah,
Okay.
just fine with that.
All right.
She'll make a
so-
sassy comment about it though.
with a little bit of attitude, you bum a ride from Victoria. You drive to the church and wait in the parking lot for a moment. And then out a side door, you both see Haley kind of poke her head out, look around, and then carrying like a duffel bag. Just kind of walks over to the car, kind of pushes it through the window, and just kind of like looking around, looks at me, is like, "Yeah, I need these back tonight."
He just like opens it up. Is it like the whole skeleton?
It's several bones.
Do you? All right, sure. Do you need all of them back?
Preferably, yeah.
All right.
There's
Yeah.
a saint in there. There's only so many.
Right. Yeah. I'll bring these back tonight in one piece, or however many pieces are in here.
I think when you say you'll bring them back, she looks at you, and then she's like looking at Victoria for confirmation.
Yes, I can't imagine. This is the least suspicious way we could go about doing this. Yes, we'll bring them back.
It's a church. Nobody's watching.
I told him I'd have him back by tonight, so just come on.
All right. Yeah. No, I'll have them back.
I'm covering for you a lot the last couple of days.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I appreciate it, Haley.
See you tonight.
Alright.
She kind of taps the side of the car and speedily walks back into the church.
Just tucks them underneath the bench in the back.
We go back.
You go back. Anybody else? Any other research? Any other preparation?
We need the basil. But it's a very specific kind of basil.
It is a very specific kind of basil. Did anyone Google it?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Holy basil.
Let's talk about the holy basil you need.
Does anyone Victoria wouldn't know, but you could see if the chef knows anything about it. At the house.
Oh, Heathcliff.
Yeah.
Can we
Yeah.
just put holy basil into like the handheld thing and see if he brings it down?
You could try.
We just all
you
stand there like,
summon-
wait, do they have it?
You summon Heathcliff, and after a couple of minutes, he appears, looking a little less chipper than normal. They have regular basil. I'm truly sorry. I don't.
It was worth a shot. It's
tough.
no.
And the chef didn't
Yeah,
either.
it's just that Watson was able to get it whenever we asked for it, so I wasn't sure if you'd be able to. So
Well,
it's
I
all
asked
right
the
though.
chef.
You're a dick.
Do you think she lied to me?
I'm just messing
No.
with you.
He looks a little upset. Now you've hurt his feelings.
Oh, fuck, Sean.
Thank you, Heathcliff. Do we know, it's from India. Is there any Indian restaurants or maybe spice places that might have it? Does it say it has to be fresh?
It literally just says Tulsi, yeah.
Just calls for Tulsi. Yeah, if you guys Googled it, I think the important stuff that you pull out is that it is not to be confused with Thai basil, which is used in a lot of Thai cuisine. This is an herb that is supposed to have a lot of healing properties. It's used in Ayurvedic practices and other things like that. Now, mostly they will make essential oils out of it, herbal teas, that kind of thing. Probably not in a whole lot of food.
Looks like Whole
Health food
Foods has
store,
like
yeah.
has like a Tulsi tea. Can we just like pour some of that into it?
Rex is off at the workshop, or they would be completely on board this and have some ideas, but unless asked, they will not respond.
Maybe. Are you gonna make me go to a Whole Foods?
Or like a holistic, like medicine place, maybe. If it's got healing properties, I mean, that like essential oil mumbo jumbo.
In the South, I'm not certain that there are a lot of places like that around here.
Mm.
But there could be. There's a giant computer in here. Are we going to use that, or are we not allowed to use that?
I don't know. I don't know the password to it.
Supposed to. I'll ask Rex. Text Rex.
Rex, like, we see them look at the phone. There's like a welding mask on and a thing, and just drops this and sends back, like a probable list. The college itself, the agricultural people, the school of agriculture, and then anything that resembles holistic food, or anyone that has listed their religion as Hindi in the greater Cedar Grove area, and also anything that would be a holistic food or a holistic healing, or possibly a I can't think of what they're called. It's not a massage parlor. It's anyway, yeah, like a spa type thing.
I am
Anything
showing
like
they have it
that
at
in the
Walmart.
area would just
Tried so hard to think of a fucking workaround for this. You can buy this shit at Walmart.
I was just looking. I just looked on Walmart's website, and they do have it
You
listed.
can also
there.
buy it at the vitamin shop, at Whole Foods, at Trader Joe's, and on Amazon.
I'm just saying, you told us to Google it.
I didn't. Well, I told your characters to Google it. I don't know you guys would Google it. Way funnier this way. Yeah, so I think Rex sends you back all of these options, and then from the side of the room, you just hear Win go like, "You can get it at Walmart."
What?
Yeah, it's on their website. It's like Yogi brand or something. Yeah,
Oh, they have great tea.
yeah. So it's like in the tea bags, I guess. But I mean, I don't know why that would be a problem. Just have to rip those open.
All right.
Shopping trip. You should go during the day, though.
To acquire the holy tea bags.
Sometimes I wonder how all of your characters are still alive, and then stuff like this happens, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, yep, it's just in the tea at Walmart now." Next time I'm setting the game in like 1600.
So should we go get this and then just head over to the warehouse, start getting set up?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess Rex, you'll hopefully convince. Maybe I should go over there. Yeah, maybe I'll go over there. Because I don't know how Sella's gonna take this one.
One of the things.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I wanted to research the people who have died, or have been taken or captured or whatever, in these attacks. Do I see anyone that looks like the figure that I saw?
No. You can do a cursory search. They mostly look like your sort of average Georgia townfolk, college students. The size of this figure, and just kind of what they looked like in their profile, you think if you saw this person, you'd know it was them. But no, on a cursory search, you don't see anybody that looks like that.
I think Victoria would fill Win in on what she saw.
In the
Probably on the car ride.
On the
in
camera?
the video. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yaks.
That sound like anybody you've seen before?
Not that comes to mind. That's pretty fucked up.
It's pretty normal for me, honestly.
Really? All right. Well, that sounds like kind of an after this problem.
Yeah. I think maybe if I go to her place somehow, it might be something I can figure out if the spirit's still there.
Yeah. I guess you have to just come up with a reason why you're going there, unless you're going to tell her.
I'm pretty good at lying, so I'll figure something out.
Just let me know if you need any help.
Sure. You all right?
No.
What specifically are you not alright about?
Just everything. I'm just ready for this to be done. I got reamed out pretty hard. So.
Didn't do what we talked about.
No, I kind of panicked.
Not winning.
No, not this time. Gotta deal with this curse, though.
Yeah. Soon. I'm sure this plan will go out with off without a hitch.
They rarely do.
Yeah. He'll be fine.
Just like cranks on the music a little bit.
Okay.
While everyone was gone, it's just Sal and Travis now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You feeling better?
Oh yeah, nothing like a I don't know, like a 14-hour nap to soothe the soul and ease my burns.
Yeah, you're pretty out of it.
Did I like do that thing people do when they come back from getting their wisdom teeth taken out, where I say that I don't know, confessed my love of like the queen or something? I don't know. I love those videos.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What did I tell you?
That's what you said. More what you expected. It's fine. Just don't worry about it. Glad you're feeling better, though. Well,
Did I like
boop.
did I like incriminate myself? Like what?
Sally just nopes out. Nope.
Travis runs over to a panel on the wall that's loose that he keeps his favorite snacks in. Sees that they're all still there. Like, okay. Oh shit, did I tell her about the bank job? That's embarrassing. Why am I talking? Now I'm talking to myself. Now I'm becoming one of those people that talks to themselves. I'm gonna stop. And he stops.
While you're talking to yourself, your phone rings and it's FaceTime because you waited way too long to FaceTime Abby.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He answers, "Hey, sorry kid, I totally spaced. It's been a fun-filled morning."
Show me your wounds.
Oh, that's pretty
Take off your shirt
forward.
and show me your wounds.
Girl goes to college and suddenly she demands that I take off my shirt. I'm fine, kid.
Travis, I can see you on the video at the Haven. I saw it, everything.
So then you saw my shirt off. It's fine. We don't have to worry about
I
this.
want to see how they're healing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He'll take off his shirt.
All right, just run me over. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Get a good look.
Don't be a pervert, Travis.
What, are you recording this? Oh, I'm the pervert. Do you have a camera in the bathroom, by the way?
Why would I have a camera in the bathroom?
That wasn't a no.
No, I don't have a camera in the bathroom. I also don't have a camera in your room.
Oh. Well, thank God. That was going to be a talk that I didn't want to have.
So, I don't know if you remember, but I did set out a very specific set of rules for the Haven.
In my defense, I was unconscious for the decision to bring the new bitch and whoever else is here. So...
There were 2 other people on the couch.
Uh-huh.
Who were they? They left?
Rex did text you the thing about I did offer to shoot the young vampire before we left. Shoot the young vampire in the head before we left.
Yeah, I remember.
Listen, a lot happened and it was not my decision.
No, I know, but I mean, you brought vampires into they're like, can you have a conversation with?
You keep saying you. I didn't do this.
Can you have a conversation with everyone about this, please?
Yeah, implying they're gonna listen to me.
Why wouldn't they?
I don't know. I'm not exactly the leadership material that I don't know.
Travis, you've led a bunch of heists and stuff, right?
Yeah, but that's different. I mean, I don't know.
How is that different?
When did this become like our 90s sitcom heart-to-heart moment? What are you doing? My wounds. I'm fine. Can I put my shirt back on? It's cold.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Thank you. So how's school?
Travis, it's great. How are you feeling?
A little sore. Still hungry. Which is weird because Heathcliff. Me and breakfast.
Well, I mean, the chef hasn't changed.
Well, yeah, I mean, you understand. You know what I mean. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, feeling like maybe I need to learn a spell that's something other than fire, because that has not gone well.
So, how did you get hurt?
Well, I mean, you're gonna have to be a little more specific. Like which
how did you
time?
end up in a state that you were when you came into the Haven at 3 a.m, bloodied and beaten?
Vampire bitch. And a little bit of magical fireball backfiring.
Right. Okay. You guys are fighting vampires now.
Yeah.
Did you do research before you went in?
Oh yeah, of course.
So that research session that you had this afternoon wasn't...
Say follow-up.
I see.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you don't just go in, get your ass handed to you by a mega bitch vampire, and then not try something different.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing to worry about. We got this in the bag.
I think I know you have known you long enough to know when you're trying to bullshit your way through something.
Not sure if that's an insult or a compliment.
I just want to make sure you guys are okay. And I'm, not there. And it was really hard to see you like that when I couldn't be there.
No, I understand, and I'm sorry. I will think about that next time I get my ass handed to me.
I'm not mad that you got hurt, Travis. I mean, I am mad that you got hurt, but like, I just don't. Maybe I should come back. I don't.
Now, and that's exactly why I didn't tell you. Because there's nothing that we have gone up against that we cannot handle without you. That's not to say that we don't need you. It just may take us a little longer to get there. But we'll be fine. This is not worth you throwing away a good opportunity, a great opportunity. That's all I'm saying. That's why I am trying to bullshit you, as you so eloquently put it. Because I know how you get. You're going to hop on a plane. You're going to come back and save the day. And, I don't know, miss a couple classes, get kicked out, become a street rat like me. And as adorable as that would be, I think your time is better served doing your schooling.
Okay, but you have to promise me you guys are going to be more careful because I'm not there.
Sure. I mean, we'll try. I promise. We'll be more careful. We'll think a little bit more about what we're doing.
Okay.
We'll do all of the research before the fact and not run in half-cocked. Sound good?
Yes. So I've been trying some English treats that I think you'll like. Sent a care package yesterday.
Are there Jaffa cakes in them?
Yeah.
You're too good to me.
Okay, but you guys have to promise that you're gonna wait until you're healed to take on this vampire again.
Oh yeah,
you-
of course.
You're still pretty hurt.
It's fine. I can walk it off.
I mean, someone had to come magically heal you.
Yeah, and therefore now I can walk it off because magic.
It's not how it works, but
I know a thing or two about magic.
okay. So, this girl, the one who's like really flexible and apparently doesn't sleep. I mean, I'm after talking to her, I'm okay with her being there, but what's her deal?
Well, I don't know. Some fuck buddy of wins.
Okay.
Yeah, not exactly thrilled about it. Like I said, if I was conscious and in a right state of mind, I may have objected to her being in the Haven. But, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I trust your judgment, Travis.
I mean, do you want me to talk to her?
I mean, yeah. If I think you should get to know her better if she's gonna, be where you live.
What's the point? We don't get a new girlfriend next month.
That's not reassuring to me about her knowing about the Haven. Will
Yeah,
you
that's a good
try,
point.
please? For me?
Yes, I will try to get to know God. Tony.
Victoria?
There we go. Tori. Victoria. We got there. Thank you. I will try to get to know Victoria.
Thank you, Travis.
Yep.
I promise I'll send more snacks.
Promise you won't hop on a flight if I get injured again, and trust that we will handle it.
I promise that I won't hop on a flight.
Promise that you won't like invent some sort of weird teleportation shit because you're a genius. I promise you will not leave England if I.
Okay, I promise.
All right.
Ajax says hi, by the way.
Tell him I also said hello.
All right, stay safe and please make sure nobody breaks anything.
Will do. Eyes like a hawk. No playing ball in the house. Got it.
All right. Well, I miss you, but maybe you should plan a trip to come out here soon.
Oh yeah, totally. Because I'm not on any sort of facial recognition database and will easily be able to fly.
Good thing you know someone who knows how to teleport.
Can you actually do that? Oh shit, Wayne can do that. Oh, can you do that? Can I do that? Can I learn to do that? Anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. I'll talk to you later, kid.
Bye, Travis.
All right. End the call. And unless there is anything else you all want to accomplish, you head to Lay Warehouse, which somehow magically is still standing and hasn't burned to the ground yet.
Rex does arm up when we go to pick up Marcella and Kendall.
Okay.
So.
All right. So you arm up. Rex and Sally go to pick them up. Anything specific?
We both have motorcycles. What are we?
You both have motorcycles.
Guys, are we, sorry, just as a point of thing, are we doing this plan today? Or should we wait and talk to her tonight and then go tomorrow? So that Travis has more time to heal and she has time to get over there?
Dealer's choice. I'll say if you let Travis rest the rest of the day and the night, he can heal another harm.
I gotta bring this stuff back, though.
That's my vote.
Can you bless the water and then bring the stuff back and it stays blessed?
I don't think it unblesses.
We can do the blessing
Will
tonight
that work?
and then give it back.
You have no reason to think that in 24 to 48 hours, holy water expires.
Okay, sure. Then I would go and I would bless the water and then make my saint soup and then go back to the...
You dunk a bunch of bones in a tank of water.
I imagine there's
outside a
some
warehouse.
words or something it says too. Like,
What do you say?
I have no idea.
Bless us, O Lord, and these thy
He's-
gifts which
yeah.
we're about to receive.
Night bounty.
That's twice this week I've done that.
Yeah,
Bless
it
us,
is.
so it really never stops, does it?
Nope.
It just
Oh.
it's in there.
So
From thy bounty through Christ our Lord, amen.
Hey,
Like,
Macarena, and then he
For
puts
the-
it there.
I
Rub-a-dub,
put it back.
rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub.
For the grub.
As you can see, we spend a lot of time in churches.
I'm a recovering Catholic.
I know some of those. So yeah, you dunk the bones of this unnamed saint, because I don't think you asked. Please don't. I didn't pick one. I would have to Google that. Yeah, you say the holy words over the tank that is attached to the very old but still at least somewhat functioning fire alarm system. Put them back in the bag. Return them.
I think there is a moment though where after they finish, he just kind of looks at it. It looks. I assume Victoria drove me and just looks back to her, just like dunks a finger in it, like tastes it. Doesn't taste any different. I don't know what I was expecting.
Man, you just put bones in there.
I mean, they were clean,
That water has been there
Are
for
they
a while,
clean?
my dude.
but it's blessed now, right? It should be fine. If I get sick, then we know it's not blessed.
No, that's not how it works.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
This is not cleansed food or water.
I mean, isn't that what blessing it kind of implies?
No. It's a completely different thing. It just makes it holy. It doesn't make it clean.
Learning a lot of new things today, then.
Yeah, let's not just taste things, okay?
Well, how do we check that it's Hold on. And he does. Oh man, no, he has nothing to bring this in. Never mind. He looks past his pockets to think if there's something he could bring to take a little bit of the water with him. Realizes he doesn't, and then just frustratedly shuts the hatch. All right, we'll just assume it's fine then.
Make me like put my finger in it or something and see if it burns. You asshole. It's a good idea though.
Right?
I'm just trying to decide when everybody is going to figure out that Victoria plays Dungeons and Dragons.
No
Rex
one
hasn't heard
knows.
anything.
Yeah.
It's her biggest secret.
That's
Winnie,
it.
it's a good
Oh.
thing you're cute. Let's just go.
I'll take it.
All right, hoping that the water is blessed. Leave. Return all of the bones, I assume.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know. Like 3 sessions ago, you guys robbed a museum, so
I know nothing
Not
about that.
I
us.
feel
So.
like I have to ask.
Pish posh.
Okay. You return the bones. Haley, grateful as always. Doesn't really question why the bottom of the bag is a little damp. Make sure
Head back
they're
to
all
the
in
haven.
there. And yeah, you guys head back to the haven. So Travis taking a nap for a long time. So when you make it to tomorrow, you can heal another harm, which I think leaves you with 2. Not bad.
From the brink of death, baby.
And sorry, I'm checking the.
What is Rex making?
A big
Sorry, did
fuck
you
off
say?
flashlight.
Oh, right.
Kind of like a solar beam from Pokemon. Just, a turn to charge and then just a lot of sunlight.
Sorry, I was looking to see how often you could get first aid from another hunter. But it's been a long ass time since I looked at the healing rules.
We haven't,
per injury
needed
or
them
condition.
that much, but
I could try healing with magic again.
You could try healing with magic again. I'll say, technically, this doesn't come up that much because rarely is anyone ever injured to the extent that Travis is injured somehow. But every hunter can do first aid. That is separate from the field medic stuff that Rex could do. So technically, one of you could apply some first aid to Travis and get rid of one more of his harm.
What does first aid? What stat is that?
You can just do it.
You just do it. Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, one of you can just do that.
Okay. First
Yeah,
aid.
that's your friendly reminder
Bam.
under other moves and rules,
Boom.
under healing, under moderate wounds. It is standard practice that you guys all have a little bit of, oh, I can patch that up, put a bandage on it, that kind of deal.
I think
Um,
as Travis is changing the gauze or something on a burn, he would ask Sally for help with that. And flavor-wise, we could just say that that's first aid.
Yeah,
She
absolutely.
pats it a little too hard.
Okay, all right.
Sorry.
Yeah, thanks, Doc.
Sorry.
Ooh,
Sorry.
Yep.
Just
just reminds me I'm still mortal.
there you go.
You still hurt? I can try to get the rest of that. I know a spell.
I think I'm just gonna nap it off. No offense, I am very keen not to use magic on myself for at least another day.
All right, fair enough.
But appreciate it. I'll keep it in mind.
All right. So tomorrow, there'll be a one little old harm. Thanks to all your friends. Yeah, I had forgotten about that because it so rarely comes up. So I guess if you guys get hurt again. Don't forget. So what are you doing tonight to prepare for warehouse excursions tomorrow?
Should we contact her tonight? Or should you contact her tonight?
How are we gonna contact her?
Last time she could see me when I projected there, so I was thinking I could do that again and try to talk to her. If that doesn't work, then I don't know. Oh wait, no, I can send my familiar.
Sure.
That works too.
Does anyone know you have a familiar?
Yeah, they've seen it before.
Have you
Right.
guys seen that little guy? I can't remember.
I don't remember, but
It's been a while.
Some of you probably have.
I feel like it's not the first time it's happened.
Have you guys seen that little fuzzball?
Abby had, I know that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure nobody's gonna freak out.
I do have to take.
wildly entertaining if they did.
If any
Do you
of
have-
you are gonna freak out about something, I do have to know about it. It's in the rulebook. Okay. Yeah, you want to summon your little guy?
Yeah, I do need blood. I can either use. I don't know if we
has
have any
blood?
extra around, or otherwise I have to take one harm.
We had blood fridge, right?
I said that Abby had a blood fridge.
I don't know
you've
what we're down to.
taken a couple of bags out of it. Too, yeah. How many? I don't know. How many would be in there?
Probably one for each person, depending on the blood type.
So you're down 2. Here, I'll say there were. Well, I'll give 6, just for an extra. So got like 4 bags of blood left.
Okay.
And I think once you pop them open, you gotta
Once you
do
pop,
something to preserve the rest if you're not gonna use all of it.
Put it in Tupperware.
What
Ziploc
are you guys
bag.
making me do?
I mean, Win could just save this for the next time he needs. Like, I don't know how many ritual offerings he can get out of this, and he'll just like seal it back up
And freeze it. Yep.
Yeah.
and just like on a Sharpie, like 4 sacrifices.
Google how easily you can preserve blood, but I also don't want to be put on a watch list. So.
I'll listen. The things that I've Googled preparing for this game, I'll Google it. That's not what they're gonna get me on.
No, literally, you can freeze blood.
You can freeze blood. Okay, you can freeze blood. This game is so totally out of my control now.
So like the vampires have like blood ice cubes.
Blood ice cubes, yeah.
Yeah, they
We'll
just put it
find
in their
out,
Bloody
probably.
Marys.
These are
that's
southern
good.
vampires, so they drink sweet tea with
Bloodsicle.
blood ice cubes
Sweet
in
tea
it.
with blood ice cubes, y'all. Do you want to play a game where you're the vampires?
Now I do.
Okay. I'm trying to think because you take it's 1 harm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to decide how much of a blood bag is 1.
Just say half.
Half. I can do
Yeah,
one
like,
more.
okay. That's fine. Like,
All
how
right.
much blood is 1 harm? Yeah, so you can use half a bag and then I guess freeze the other half.
Sweet.
The things that matter.
He does mark it because he's responsible.
Okay. You mark the open bag of blood that you're freezing. Yes, roll to summon your little what do you have? Belial?
Belial, yeah.
Little guy?
There's the bad roll. So that's a 7.
Okay. The creature asks for something in return, usually steering its master toward their temptations. Oh. What would this little guy want? 20. Are your temptations somewhere on your sheet still?
My temptation is addiction. Using magic for things I don't have to.
Okay. I think I know he talked last time and I was trying to remember what I made him sound like and I absolutely can't remember. So he talks like this.
Yeah, that sounds right.
He's little. But I think he's very interested in what what you're doing and doesn't really want to listen to your commands and is just like peppering you with questions.
Well, no, hold on. Just quiet.
What is this?
It's nothing. I need something from you.
Well, it's not nothing. You need something from me. What is this?
What? I need you to deliver a message to someone.
Who?
There's a vampire named Rosalind. Yeah. Yeah, you like vampires, right?
Lord.
So you can go talk to her. I just need to you have to give her a message for me. All right?
Okay, what?
All right. Tell her that the Fangs have Marcelo.
Okay.
She can have him in exchange for her and her coven leaving town.
Boring.
And we will meet her at this warehouse. And I imagine we like wrote down the address for the warehouse.
Yeah.
On like a little piece of paper. I hand it to him. Tomorrow at noon. All
Are
right.
you gonna kill her?
Well, you're not going to tell her that.
No. Are you gonna kill her?
Yeah, that's the plan. All right.
Can I come?
Yeah, you can be there, okay?
Please?
I'll summon you again right before, and you can
I'm
be
so
there.
bored.
All right. All right.
You just leave me in there.
I know, buddy. I know.
Okay.
Okay? I'll summon you tomorrow. All right? Straight there. Give her the message. Don't say anything else.
Okay.
All right?
Promise.
Promise. What are you going to do if she asks you anything else about us?
He curls up into a little tiny, just like pinpoint of like black shadow.
Perfect. All right.
And he just like in a little poof, just like poofs away. I could have made him spooky, but
No,
That was
better.
so much better.
That was better.
That was perfect.
So I guess we're going to have another there tomorrow. I'll bring
was
the
everyone
blood
there
with
for
me.
this?
Yeah, I mean, he just did it in, like the main room of the Haven.
So that was Wynn's spooky, witchy familiar.
What is it?
I think it's like a lesser demon or something. I'm not really sure.
I've seen lesser demons. I've never seen some shit like that before. What is it? What's it do? It just like does whatever you tell it to
It
do.
just does what I tell it to do. Yeah.
Pretty goofy little thing, isn't it?
It's got a
Yeah.
bit of an attitude too.
It's
I
kind of
love
a
it.
pain. That's why I don't
Right.
use them that often.
Can I take it on like a heist every now and again?
I mean, he can just come hang out with me if he wants.
Oh,
You know-
hell yeah.
I will. You just give me the blood. I'll summon him, and you guys can take him on all sorts of trips if you want to.
You have to give him blood though every time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I don't
Oh.
do it. It kind of hurts. Yeah.
Speaking of blood, Sally, your blood is diluted enough that you're not going to have a problem with the holy water, right?
Nah, I can't touch that shit. It's gonna hurt like hell.
Right. So, fighting in holy water spraying from the sky is probably going to not be an option for you.
Be right back. And she'll run in the other room and she'll grab an umbrella. Open it up.
Don't you have a two-handed weapon?
I mean, I just kind of use two hands because. Travis, you got one of those umbrella hats?
Is this later on and Rex
Yeah.
is there?
Why
Yes.
would I have an umbrella hat?
You just seem like the type of person that might have it. I don't know, like as a joke or something. I don't know.
Rex says, wetsuit. You could wear a wetsuit.
Wouldn't a wetsuit absorb the water and just keep it on her?
No. It repels water. They're rubber.
I mean, if I need a rubber suit, I got one of those. Is that fine?
You have a rubber? Why do you have a rubber suit?
There it is.
Victoria coughs and avoids looking at Win.
Rex goes, we'll get some baby powder and we'll get you into it.
All right.
Baby powder. Sorry. Just make sure your head's covered is all.
Yeah. All right.
Is there like a lot of tension in the room just now? Is anybody else feeling that?
No.
Oh.
Is anyone hungry?
Yes.
Yeah.
That might be what I was feeling.
Heathcliff. And Win just goes walking out of the room.
I
Well,
will
he's
help
not just
with that.
in the room.
No, he goes walking towards the elevator so you can page him or whatever.
Okay. Page Heathcliff for
I will
snacks. You and Travis. After this conversation about umbrellas and rubber suits, I give you guys long enough, it'll go there. Little Belial, the little blob. I don't know. It's been so long since I've seen him that he's sort of morphed in my memory, but I'm just imagining him as like a little black fuzz.
Yeah, that
Ow.
works.
It's the little fuzz from Black Desert Online.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Totoro. The dust
Or that.
bunnies.
Yeah.
That too. But he shows back up and kind of bobs up and down like he's nodding at you.
Good job, buddy.
You want to hang out?
Yes.
Cool. You hungry?
Yes.
Just whatever snack we were snacking on. Give it to
He
him.
pretty much eats whatever you feed him.
Have you ever thrown knives?
No hands.
Right.
Do you have knives on you?
Oh God.
You have visible knives on you.
Yeah, maybe one's like poking at. Like Sally has like 4 down each side of her jacket, and then she has like a holster for the sword.
I think as you lean over to give him some more, I don't know, of a Sned's up piece of cheese or something, some more snack. You see his little, like, he has these little red eyes, and I think you just see them like narrow for a second, and like the hilt of one of your daggers is like sticking out, and you can just feel it like shake a little bit.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I can bring it a little closer. Here you
You can
go.
always grip it in your mouth and do a somersault.
His little eyes get really big.
I mean, the physics, I don't know how strong you are, but if you can get, 10 or 12 foot-pounds of pressure out of your spin.
He's just kind of like bobbing a little bit. This is the most tension he's ever gotten. He doesn't know what to do.
And Rex is actually scared shitless by this thing. She thinks it's cute and adorable, but it's magic, and it's freaking her out.
I'm gonna go not be in this room anymore.
Oh, okay.
Victoria will walk downstairs and start working out again because that's what she's gonna do.
Victoria goes to work out. Sal and Rex are hanging out with the little fuzz demon. I
Start
am not
Throwing
really
it
sure.
popcorn for it to catch.
It's
'Cause
doing-
if it can't throw the knives, then I'm just gonna see if it can catch popcorn.
He's doing a great job. I'm really not sure how we got here. When this is happening. Usually he just does the job and disappears, but he's just hanging around.
Yeah, I'm
like,
just
eating popcorn and trying to throw knives.
we're just sitting there like, why is he still here? Dad do it wrong? Shit.
He's hanging on pretty hard.
I don't know what to do. Wouldn't feel irresponsible to walk away from this.
Okay, just watch this. Travis, this is happening.
Travis walked back in. Oh, little dude's back. Oh man.
He's catching popcorn in his little fuzz mouth.
He can do it from like 10 feet. Look, all right, go long, go long.
Look at him go.
Yeah!
Holy shit. Dude,
Yeah, I'm gonna go
move.
underhand. I'm gonna like
Can
throw
I
it on
have
my
one?
leg. You ready? You ready? I'm gonna throw it under my leg.
Lap.
Yes! This thing's
I-
use
I'm
their
too
alt art
powerful.
tool to
It's the
take
only
down a
explanation.
take down a cork board and like Sharpie marker some circles on it and set it in a chair.
And as you get ready to teach Wynn's little demon familiar how to throw knives with its mouth, I guess. I think I have to end our session there because I don't know what else I would do.
Abby explicitly just told Travis to make sure they don't break anything.
We're not breaking
Uh,
anything.
We'll do some rolls to see if some stuff is broken. So yeah, that's usually I leave it on like a dramatic or a sad note, but that one feels good to me. And we're already a little over time. So I'm just gonna leave it there. Cause I feel good about it. Sorry I hijacked your familiar, but
I'm not.
roll better, I guess. You don't succeed so rarely.
That's fair.
Great job, everybody. I hope that you had a good time. I know I did. That was pretty much everything I wanted out of that. Very quickly at the end of the session, the keyboard asked the following questions. Did we conclude the current mystery? No.
No.
Somebody said yes, and I want to know why.
Because we found out that the familiar could catch popcorn, and it was a mystery to us all. Don't listen to me. I'm gonna mute myself.
I think
Please
we'll
don't.
get the learn something new for that one.
For
That's
sure.
true. Did you save someone from certain death or worse?
I'm at one
What would have
arm.
happened? What would happen to Haley if we hadn't returned the bones?
Oh, also that. Oh, shit. We are really reaching.
Also, we kept everyone at the Haven overnight, which is keeping them safe.
Yeah, you did put yourself in some danger there. Yeah, sure, why not?
We're continuing to save people from certain death if we
Yeah.
No,
don't.
you guys have you've all reached the point where you've like switched playbooks and all of your stats are very good, so like you don't fail as much. So I'm like, yeah, have the XP.
If we all just get some goldfish and keep them alive, is that every session going to be keeping somebody from certain death?
No.
No? Okay.
No, then she'd be like forced to kill the goldfish. So,
Subscribe to my
then we
YouTube
don't
channel
do
for my
that.
Monster of the Week hacks for infinite XP.
Get a goldfish. Did you learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah.
I would say so. Many things.
Allie has
How's
a
our
haunting.
research? Maybe.
hmm
Did you learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Sally Lord Drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
For sure. For sure. All right. So that I'll call that 3, so 2 XP. For everyone. Good job, everybody. Any last words before we wrap it up for the day?
GG.
All right.
GG.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, GG everybody. And thank you guys for playing. Thanks everybody out there for watching and hanging out with us in chat. I hope you had at least as much fun as I did, because that was a time. So, from now on, this is the first time I get to say this, and I'm so excited. We'll be back next week. Because we're going to play every week now. So we'll be back next Sunday. Same time, same place, 4 p.m. Eastern Time here at twitch.tv/Ggameknights. Ggameknights with 2 G's and a K. But you're already here, so I don't even have to say that. In the meantime, between now and then, we have some fun stuff coming up here on our channel. Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we have a new episode of Eos, which is Dungeons and Jergens. Our good friend Dammit Berry runs that for us, and things are getting pretty serious in that one, except there's a zombie goat, but no spoilers. And
Tell
then
me about the
on-
zombie goat. I have to know right now.
I need to
You,
know.
if you want to know about the zombie
Honey, you
goat,
don't want to know.
you can go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ggameknights with 2 G's and a K, and watch all of our previous episodes of Eos and all of our other shows as well, including the show that we have on Thursday, the other show that I run. It's called All Myths Are True. It's Tales from the Loop. It's kids on bikes. Just a lot of nonsense, kind of like this show. but sometimes fun stuff happens. It's kids on bikes. It's really fun. They dealt with the birds, and now their dreams are being stolen. So they'll have to deal with that this coming week. On Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, we have a new episode of Saturday Night's Thunderball,
Thunderball.
in which we're trying to win the sport game. And so far, we're doing a good job. And then we'll be back around to do this again. And then I've got some other stuff going on other channels, as well as all of these people around me. So you've got their Twitter handles. They're right below their faces. Follow them, all of them, on Twitter and on Twitch. And yeah. Any last words before we say goodnight? All right, then we will see you next week. I can finally say that and not be fucking it up. But until then, good game and good night, Internet.